There are good reasons you shouldn't try the carnivore diet. And as someone who is doing the carnivore diet for 12 months, I think I'm in a good position to be telling you why you might want to give it a miss. Firstly, let me just say I am now devoted to this way of eating. I've seen a lot of improvements over the last 12 months, not least of which is the change in my appearance, which you can see compared on screen right now. But carnivore might not be for you. First off, guys, please smash the like button and also subscribe. This really helps out the channel and I am grateful for your support. Let's get into it. So why might you want to give the carnivore diet a miss? And the first reason for that is it's restrictive, or at least that's how you're going to feel at first. And this restriction feeds into many of the other areas that I'll talk about. Carnivore is a way of eating that eliminates ultra-processed and plant-based foods. And let's face it, these days the majority of what we eat is ultra-processed or plant-based or both. So when you first go carnivore, it's going to feel super restrictive. And what this means, for the beginning at least, is you are going to experience cravings. And whether you go cold turkey, which I wouldn't recommend, or you transition into carnivore, you're going to experience those cravings either way. And you can get over these, but I'm not going to pretend it's easy. It's hard, because unknowingly, you've had an addiction to sugar and ultra-processed foods your entire life. Foods that are designed to be addictive. And now that you need to give them up, it's like giving up any addictive drug. You've programmed your body to need and expect it, and now you're depriving your body of it. And even if you get over the cravings, you're going to be hit with the next realization. It's boring. When you're used to eating the rainbow every day, your first feeling about eating carnivore will be that it's boring. And in context, your feelings make sense. However, after a while on carnivore, your context will change and those feelings will dissipate. But you will definitely feel like you're missing out on some of the exciting foods at the outset of your carnivore journey. So that's the restrictive point. The second reason you might want to give the carnivore diet a miss is that you won't have to overthink anymore. Right now, you probably have to think a lot about balance and think a lot about what's for dinner tonight, what's for dinner tomorrow. I can't make them the same. I can't do this. I can't do that. And thinking about how to mix all the meals up and make things interesting. And you're worried and overthinking about counting calories and measuring macros. And you want to make sure you get the right amount of this, that, and the other. And there's just none of that on carnivore. You just eat, and when you're no longer hungry, you stop eating. And so there's no overthinking. And why is this negative? We've been groomed as humans to feel like nutrition should not be this easy. And so not needing to overthink can be uncomfortable for many people. Overthinking is what gives us a sense of control over our lives, whether it's benefiting us or not. And the third reason that you might want to give the carnivore diet a miss is socialization. When you first start the carnivore way of eating, you might feel some social isolation or lack. And that's because we've tended to build our social relationships around eating and drinking. You'll often hear, let's catch up for lunch or let's go for a drink. It's less common to hear, let's go for a hike or let's go to a movie without the expectation of food and drinks at either end. And even if you go for drinks or to a restaurant where you can consume something that's on plan, at first it's going to be difficult. You'll stand out among your peers. You'll probably get peppered with questions. You'll see your friends eating those fudge sundaes. And you might even have some friends pressuring you to just have one. It won't hurt. And you will get over these things in short order. You'll be able to go out with your friends and socialize without feeling pressure or cravings. It will just take some time and adjustment. In my experience, it's about 4 to 8 weeks to get over the hump. But you might not want to deal with those things, and I understand that. But if you can stick to this for just 4 to 8 weeks, it's well worth it. You'll no longer feel like you're restricting anything. You'll always look forward to your steak, your bacon, and your eggs. And you'll enjoy not having to think so much about every meal. And you'll enjoy socializing without ever feeling tempted by the food or drinks that you feel like you can't live without now. As an example of my eating plan, every day I eat 10 to 12 eggs, scrambled and topped with 600 grams of ground beef. I only eat once a day, in the mornings, but you can eat when and as many times as you need to. And the important thing to remember is if you stick with this, you'll lose weight, but you'll also see other health improvements like reduced pain from conditions like arthritis, reduced inflammatory oral conditions like gum disease, bleeding gums, and bad breath, strength improvements, improved ability for your body to pack on muscle, better sleep, better focus and concentration, better decision making, and reverse metabolic conditions like type 2 diabetes. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.